Since the founding of SpaceX in 2002, the company has developed four families of rocket engines: Merlin, Kestrel, Draco, and SuperDraco. These engines have propelled SpaceX to unparalleled success in the rocket space industry, cementing the company's reputation as a trailblazer. But those things are not enough to get to Mars. So since 2016, the SpaceX teams have given all their best to the Raptor, making it the most genius engine in the world now. And this is the SpaceX Raptor engine's evolution. You may already know that the Falcon rocket is named after the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. But do you know exactly how SpaceX engines got their names? Fortunately, Mueller graciously shared the story of SpaceX's engine naming process on Quora. According to his account, when SpaceX initially began, their booster engine was simply referred to as the 60K engine. However, Elon later encouraged Mueller to come up with a name that didn't consist of numbers and letters, similar to other engines like the RD-180 or the R668. A member of the team working on the turbopump from Barber-Nichols, who happened to be a Falconer, suggested naming the engine after a falcon. Mueller found this suggestion appealing and inquired about Falcon names, although he couldn't recall all the names mentioned. He remembered that the small engine was called the Kestrel, the medium-sized engine was named the Merlin, and the large engines were designated the Peregrine and the Falcon. Delighted with these options, Mueller decided to name the small second-stage engine Kestrel and the medium-sized engine Merlin. He intentionally reserved the name Peregrine for future use, anticipating the development of larger engines. Elon Musk approved of the naming choices, and they became permanent. Years later, as SpaceX embarked on the development of a staged combustion engine that was distinct from Merlin, Mueller contemplated names along the lines of Eagle. Eventually, he settled on Raptor, a term encompassing various birds of prey like eagles, hawks, falcons, and owls. He clarified that the name was not inspired by dinosaurs, dispelling any misconceptions. The name Raptor was accepted as the official designation of the engines used in the BFR or Big Falcon rocket that's now known as Starship. So that's the origin of the names. Pretty simple and funny, right? However, the path from Merlin to Raptor has been anything but easy. Everything began in 2009. SpaceX's Max Vazov publicly discussed the concept of the Raptor engine, a groundbreaking design that would utilize hydrogen and oxygen propellants. Initially, the Raptor engine was an LH2LOX, liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen concept, with only a small team assigned to its development and with a relatively low level of priority. Surprisingly, in November 2012, Musk announced a new direction for the propulsion division of SpaceX, which was towards developing methane-fueled rocket engines. He indicated the Raptor concept would become a methane-based design and that methane would be the fuel of choice for SpaceX's plans for Mars colonization. Over the next few years, SpaceX made significant progress in the development of the Raptor engine. Development testing of the Raptor engine components commenced in 2014, including successful injector tests and a full-scale oxygen preburner test the following year. By August that next year, the first integrated Raptor rocket engine that was manufactured at SpaceX's Hawthorne facility in California was sent to SpaceX McGregor for development testing. This engine, with a thrust of 1 meganewton or 220,000-pound force, was the first full-blown staged combustion methalox engine to ever be tested on a stand. The flight engine, that was designed to operate at a chamber pressure of 250 bars or 25 MPa, 3,600 psi, was planned to eventually reach 300 bars or 4,400 psi. But incredibly, in 2020, SpaceX even crushed the rocket engine world record during the Raptor test. Elon said that an unspecified Raptor briefly reached a main combustion chamber pressure of 4,800 psi during a controlled burn and remained intact after the shutdown. Outside of subscale lab tests, the highest main combustion chamber known to full-scale orbital-class rocketry was achieved by the Soviet Union in the 80s with the RD-701 engine. Although the exceptionally unique engine was canceled before it could be used, it reportedly reached pressures of 290 to 300 bar in one mode of operation. When that happened, SpaceX and its Raptor engine appeared to be the new world record holders, and they did it by a huge margin. Of course, combustion chamber pressure is significant, but still not as important as engine longevity, burn duration limits, and reusability in the context of Starship. SpaceX wouldn't likely be pushing the envelope of chamber pressure if it wasn't confident about Raptor's many other important attributes. But it's still unknown if Raptors ever burn longer than around 90 seconds. The Raptor's first flight to survive a high-altitude launch was on SN-15 in 2021. But at the end of that year, Elon warned that Raptor engine production was a disaster that put SpaceX at a risk of bankruptcy. As a result, at the beginning of the following year, the first Raptor 2 was spotted, marking the end of Raptor 1. After Raptor 2 production began, SpaceX stopped producing all Raptor 1.5 engines. Compared to the original Raptor, Raptor 2 looks borderline incomplete. A large amount of plumbing and sensors have been removed, transitioning the engine from a Christmas tree look to a significantly cleaner look. On the original version of Raptor, while SpaceX was learning how to control the engine, a large amount of development sensors were needed, allowing them to track both the pressure and temperature throughout Raptor's plumbing. Additionally, many valves were combined into valve plates, helping to further simplify the plumbing. By removing a large amount of these components, SpaceX has made the engine more flame and heat-proof, a clear step towards SpaceX's goal of removing all engine shrouding from the booster, which would decrease the booster's mass by around 6 tons. This is a clear example of Musk's "the best part is no part" mantra. Another change made to Raptor 2 to further decrease the engine's mass is the removal of torch igniters in the main combustion chamber. Instead of relying on redundant torch igniters, the well-mixed hot oxygen gas and hot CH4 gas act hypergolic under the high temperature and pressure of the main combustion chamber, otherwise known as the MCC. Raptor 2 also has a few flanges that are on the original versions of Raptor. Flanges are great during prototyping when parts need to be swapped out, but they increase mass and increase pressure losses throughout the engine. Now that the design is more stable, SpaceX has been able to remove many flanges on the engine, going as far as hoping to remove all flanges on Raptor 2.5, which will further increase thrust to 250 tons in debut on Booster 12. The result? Raptor 2's MCC pressure is an astounding 300 bar. That's up 50 bar from Raptor 1, the highest MCC pressure of any rocket engine ever. The previous record for the highest MCC pressure was the Russian RD-180, which ran at 267 bar pressure. And what we've all been waiting for? Starship and Raptor's first orbital flight happened on April 20th of this year. The Super Heavy had 33 Raptor 2 engines during the rocket launch, but 3 of those had already failed by the time the rocket started to lift from the launch pad. The mission ended after a 4-minute flight of climbing to the apogee of 39 kilometers over the Gulf of Mexico. The vehicle experienced multiple engines out during the flight test. It also lost altitude and started to tumble. The flight termination system was commanded both on the booster and the ship. The failure may or may not be due to the Raptor 2, but less than a month after that historic flight, Elon Musk announced about Raptor 3. Tested under rigorous conditions, the Raptor 3 engine astounded experts with its exceptional capabilities. It's really generating a staggering thrust force of approximately 269 tons and operating at a chamber pressure of 350 bar for 45 seconds. This places the engine's performance 20 bars higher than the past record for the highest chamber pressure and thrust. Musk later explained that SpaceX didn't expect the engine to survive this test, which provides an additional positive benchmark. The Special Version 3 surpasses the popular rocket engines such as RS-25 with 190 tons and RD-180 with 2 combustion chambers. And the Raptor 3 engine outperforms its predecessor, the Raptor 2 engine, by an impressive 18%. This substantial increase in performance is a testament to SpaceX's relentless pursuit of innovation and their commitment to pushing the limits of rocket technology. Indeed, 350 bar is a record-shattering number. It's defeated all the most powerful rocket engines. In short, the evolution of SpaceX's Raptor engine showcases the company's unwavering commitments to pushing the boundaries of space exploration. From its humble origins and low-level development to the successful integration of advanced technologies, SpaceX has demonstrated its ability to overcome challenges and drive innovation. The Raptor engine represents a significant milestone in SpaceX's journey towards revolutionizing space travel and establishing multiplanetary civilization. As SpaceX continues to refine and enhance the Raptor engine, the future of space exploration holds immense possibilities, all powered by the pioneering spirit that drives humanity's quest for discovery and advancement. And that just about wraps it up for today's episode. Don't forget to share your ideas in the comment section below. Everyone's support motivates us to create more quality videos. And for that, we thank you so much and hope to see you next time. Bye.